Welcome to day one Dev. Today we're going to practice CKA exam question number 7. So I'm logging into a Cloud Guru terminal window. As I stated before, this is one of my best practice, the layout, which I went through a couple of my exams on CKA and CKAD exam. I learned that this is one of the best practice because the first attempt when I made it, I spent a lot of time on adjusting my real estate. So based on my previous exam practice, this is the best way of working together and setting up all the stuff. So it's going to be easier for you to switch your terminals on between the windows too. All right. So now looking at successfully logged in and see there are 3 tasks needs to be completed. And the first task is create a persistent volume. I think it's I need to create about 1 GB with an host path of our data, etc. data. The second one, we're going to create a persistent volume for the pod. We'll go over details when you're doing in the YAML files. And third one is to update a persistent volume size to 200 MB. I think you might be updating this one. Okay. If you see here, there was a 100 MB, 100 MI to 200 MI. So let's solve the first one. Okay. So unfortunately, persistent volumes, I don't think you can create within a CLI based. So let's go to our documentation. So we can see that. So get PVs, we can do PVCs. Alias, sorry. I need to create alias, keep CTL, and let's call out our previous one. Nothing found. No resource found. Let's see whether does it ask to create anything under namespace. No, we can create it. So let's go to create a persistent volume. Okay, you can do that and here the claim. Okay, persistent volume. Let's go create a host dot storage dot tv dot YAML. Okay, we're gonna copy paste. I don't think we need all this stuff. Let's see. Persistent volume, creating it on GB, we need it, and store it in a host path. Okay, so we need a host path. Let's see whether we have any host path. There's a CN host path volume. Okay, I think we need this. Okay, perfect. We copy this, pasting it up. Again, it's a layout mess up, so I'll fix that later. Host storage. I don't need labels. Let's metadata and labels we don't need. There's nothing has been called out. All right, so let's see what is our storage class. That's fine. I don't think we worry about that. And we'll call a capacity and storage. We have a 1 GB based on our UI. Oops. Storage. So let's remove 0 here. And storage, we have access mode. Let's leave the access mode as is. Read write once, we don't need to worry about that. And this is where we need to define a host path. And the path we have to change it, etc data instead of calling mnt data, mount data. Okay, so let's go back and let's see this. Perfect. So before I execute command, just want to make sure that all the objectives or tasks are failing. Perfect. So I'll apply if instead of host file. Let's see it. Okay. Now let's go back and verify it should success one. Perfect. We are successful. We completed this task. Now let's go to pod with an auth namespace. Let's see whether we have any pods in auth. Okay, nothing. So let's see whether we have anything PVC, PVCs, and let's call it PVs also. Make sure that, okay, we have a PV. That's perfect. The network we hosted 1GP. Now we need to create PVC. Let's create a PVC first. Okay. Then we'll go back to pod. This is what we needed. So let's, we can do it one way. I'll do everything in one shot. Let's call, okay, let's not do that. If I need it, I can do that. Okay. Oh, storage PVC. So just for a sake, I thought I'll create a host PVC as well as a pod, everything in one shot, in one file. So just putting in 3 lines. Maybe I'll show you what I'm talking about. That makes more easier for you guys. Understand what I'm trying to do. So let's, same thing, I'll just create I'll leave this manual access mode is also same. We're not touching anything, but except if any specific they called out read ones or write ones. Let's do a quick check. They didn't said anything. I don't see that anything they called out. Okay, except 100 MB. Okay, so now let's call it resources. And storage, this is going to modify storage. We're going to modify to 100 MI. All right. So the one which I was talking about is I can create putting it 3 lines like this, and I can write another pod code. I can define it here. So I can do that. Let's, if you guys prefer, let's do it, or else we can modify that later. Okay. So if you see here, I'm taking a pod as is. I'll paste it here. Now let's go and fix this part, the pod one. Okay. I'm creating a pod. It's called a pv.pod. So I'll remove this task. We don't need it. And under the namespace, we need it. So let's call this as a namespace auth. So this is also has to be under namespace because it's a persistent volume. Space auth. We defined it. Now let's go for our spec. Volumes. Name. So I'm not going to touch that anything. It is not that creates an issue. Okay. Claim name, I need to worry. So I need to create a claim name. We did called out host PVC, host storage PVC. My cursor, PVC. We did that. Now we're going to do a containers. Container, we're going to change that. Container is not worried, so I'll just create a name. I'll just call out as an. Did they said anything? No, it didn't said anything, so I'll just leave it as an pod. This is the one we need to worry because this is not an Nginx. This been called out as a busy box. Okay. So actually, if I do this, I should have created this the skeleton. The entire stuff I should have called out using a YAML. Then I come back and update a persistent volume scenario. All right. So I created a pod. All right. So we don't need a name. Pods. We don't need a name. So we can remove that. So we need volume mounts. Volume mounts we need. This is what they called out. It should be output. The output called out. The name, it's not worried because we did call out in the volumes with the same name, task PVC storage. Now the only part was missing here. Oh, actually it doesn't require busy box, right? There's no pod. So we removed it. Pod unnecessarily we wasted a time on that. Okay. And it says SHC. Let's copy this part. So typing it, I'll copy and paste it, which you can do that on your exam too. All right. Perfect. Did we miss anything? Or okay, 100 MB, we did it. It. Okay. Let's go back and run this. So here, as I said, just I'll make. You should see this here. I have two things I'm doing it here. Okay. So apply myself host PVC. All right. So this here, we created a persistent volume and we created a pod. So we should see that kget PV PVC pod namespace auth. It's a pod, not a pod. Okay, this here we have persistent volume claim, and we have a pod. It's still in pending state. It should be up and running. And persistent volume is in 1 GB as we defined here, and persistent volume claim as a capacity of 1 GB, but it's not an assigned because it's been 100 MB. Let's do a quick check. Pod is still in a pending state. Okay. Let's create that PVC minus an auth. Let's call a wide so you can see more information. Why does it say? Ah, that is our mistake. Okay. False storage hyphen. I know we did at the bottom, we did not modify the top root name. Okay. Host storage hyphen PVC. Okay, let's go back. Let's apply. That was the reason it was not getting done. It's still in pending state. Okay. Okay. Now it will be. It will be. Should be okay. It's created configured. It will get faster now. Most PVC. Let's do that. That might give us a faster route. Okay. Task. We have it. That's not an issue. Okay, it maintained. So let's apply. Okay, that's not issue. So let's do a verify. It should work. Perfect. We got it. All right, now let's go back and update a persistent value. So there are two ways you can do it. One, let's do describe. Oh, sorry, not a describe. Edit. Let's see host persistent volume, right? Edit persistent volume in space auth minus equals YAML. Does not have a resource type host. Still it's in a pending. I don't know why it's taking so long. Oh. Persistent volume service. Okay, let's do it persistent volume manual read write once. Let's call out do the CV. Yeah, okay. Yeah, host CA for the sake I'll remove the button. So I don't want to apply it. Persistent volume storage and 100 MB. Okay. We need a auth. Okay, let's remove this one. storage. Okay, manual not found. Again, manual not found. Persistent. Warning provisioning failed. Manual not found. Okay. Let me go back and search for persistent volume. What are the options? Set our default storage class will be set. Okay, not bad. I can do that. And following the same namespace. Oh, okay. That should be in a pod. Persistent volume. Okay. The new manual, just I'll put a default class. So it says no note. That it's been called out as it should be in namespace. So AUTH. I can undo this. Okay. Okay, apply minus F first. Planes. Yes. E. First. So there is one C as a one. That's not a first. Perfect. Then TH out. Oh, okay. Preview. Okay. 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 Now let's go to our PV pod. PVC pod namespace auth storage. Okay. Delete pod start PV dot pod namespace auth. Okay. Line PVPVC hot in on. All right. HP task PVC. Okay. Pending. Okay. Apply. SF. Okay. C. Claim not implemented. What do you mean not implemented? PVC block access mode. Access mode. Volume mode. Data processing block dot PVC. Volume mode. Block. Okay. So, deleting multiple. Okay. Default storage class is used. Okay, storage class. Um, PVC. Storage class. Created class. Nothing found. Okay. PVC storage class. Persistent volume. Persistent host path. Now the values, maybe I'll put it as an uh, local, local. Uh, Error on creating a state decoding error unknown field. Okay. 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 Apply. Okay. Perfect. Second is complete. Let's do the last one. So this is the one. If you have a VI, just to see, I'll go back. I'll change this to 200. Okay. Now the persistent volume, if you try to modify it, it's not gonna work. So I do force. I can see that in our documentation. When I do apply, you have to use force. Use this force. By default, is a false. Perfect. You're good. Right? And please subscribe, and I'll do more videos on this CKA practice exams.